Hello everyone, it's Hatorah here to take with you the Shabbos. A very important question is asked: what is the purpose of the mitzvos? Does Hashem command the mitzvos so that we can do them for Him because He wants His mitzvos done? Or does Hashem want us to do the mitzvos because they are good for us? In other words, doing the mitzvos is good for us. He really doesn't care about the mitzvos. He couldn't care less. But for our sake, He commands us to do the mitzvos. You find in this week's parsha that when the Torah talks about the construction of the Mishkan, which is the house built for Hashem, even though He doesn't live anywhere, He's not in space, but in other words, that's the place where we go to serve Him, you find an interesting thing. You find that on the table that is there, Hashem commands there to be bread on it constantly, tamid, always. So much so that there's an opinion in the Gemara that says that as you're removing last week's loaf, you have to already be sliding on the next week's loaf, heel to toe, so that there shouldn't be a moment without any bread on top of the table. Why is there such an emphasis on there being bread on the table constantly? So I think the answer is related to the question that we started with. In other words, Hashem wants us to know that the purpose of all the mitzvos, the purpose of building a house for Hashem, is not because He needs mitzvos. Hashem does not need mitzvos. He is perfect just the way He is. He commanded the mitzvos and created the whole world just for our benefit. And the way to show that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is really doing all this just for us is that HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, if I was in this for me, I wouldn't really care about your needs. I wouldn't really care about you having a full stomach. I just want you to produce. I want you to get the mitzvos done. So to tell you that that's not the case, to tell you that I really care about you and everything I command is for your sake, Hashem says, I want there to be bread on the table constantly, because the table in the Mishkan represents, it's a merit for the parnasa, for the food, for the sustenance of the Jewish people. And so Hashem, as a way of showing us that He cares about us, not only about the mitzvahs that we produce, but that He cares about us, that we're comfortable, that we're satiated, that we have what we need, says, I want you to put bread on that table always, so you know that I care about you and not about the mitzvahs. Have a good Shabbos.